Hello, welcome to Module 2, Animal Cells. This video will be pretty short because it's almost identical in structure to Module 1. So since you've completed Module 1, I think Module 2 will be extremely straightforward. Module 3 will be very different, and so that video will be a little longer, just so you're aware next week. First of all, you are now viewing, obviously, the Module 2 intro video. Next will be a Khan Academy video similar to the Module 1 video on plant cells, but this one will clearly cover animal cells. So please view that and take notes on any of those takeaways that you really think stand out to you that you think would be good to include in your animal cells discussion later. Remember that while you're doing that I'm looking for details on the specific organelle components of the cell and their functions to the cell. Similarly to Module 1, there is a graphic organizer that you need to either print or sketch out before taking notes during the next portion of this unit, and that is on the animal cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus, which if you are viewing this after finishing Module 1, you may think, wow, all three of those components were in a plant cell. Yes, they were. They have similar functions, but obviously there are fewer that we're going to study in the animal cell. The plant cell has a few more specialized organelles, but the animal cell doesn't, which is something you're going to be learning more about in this module. Going back to the module page to continue Module 2, there is next the Cells Alive Interactive, which you are familiar with now, so I won't click on that. You viewed that during Module 1 and I showed it to you. So when you click on it this time, make sure that when you access this site that you go to just the animal cell portion to make sure you're doing the right notes. And like I just showed you in the graphic organizer, there's really only 3 parts that we're going to focus on in this course for animal cells. Clearly, there are many more, as you will realize during these resources, which are good to know about, but we're focusing on the 3 most vital organelles. But please feel free, as I mentioned in Module 1, to explore the different organelles of the cell just for additional background knowledge, because as you get into more advanced science courses, those will be ones that are required of you to know too. Moving on, you will do the animal cells discussion post, which will be due on January 23rd, which is a Thursday, similarly to Module 1's discussion that was also due on a Thursday. Now, the only difference between this one and the Module 1 discussion is that in Module 1, I wanted you to include the 2 questions from the phenomena video that started this course, but obviously in this discussion, you already viewed that. So this is straightforward. It is just talking about the animal cell functions. Similarly, though, you will need to respond to 2 classmates' videos, which will be, again, a grow, glow, and a question. So 15 points total, just as before, and please have that discussion and responses done by Thursday. Moving on from there, your next 2 features in this module are review games, just like in Module 1. So another quizzes game, which is a review game, versus the Quizlet flashcards, definitions versus vocabulary organelle, organelle vocabulary, excuse me. So please use that as a study tool. And as I mentioned in Module 1, I would highly recommend revisiting these 2 games as well as the games up here from Module 1 before you take the course final, which will happen at the end of Module 3. Finally, you will access the Nearpod presentation on animal cells, which, as I've mentioned multiple times now, if you have any issues with, I have included the presentation code here, which you can put into either Nearpod as the page in your Canvas course here, or even just going to nearpod.com. Please make sure you click submit on all of the different components there. The most important, obviously, meeting our course objectives, which are to sketch out a model of a cell, animal cell in this case. That's the most important one that you fulfill in this presentation. The other objectives we're going to really be focusing on in Module 3. So that is the final assignment due for Module 2, the Nearpod is, and that is due on, as you can see here, Sunday, January 26th. So similarly to last week, last module, animal cell discussion due on a Thursday, and Nearpod presentation due on the following Sunday from that. So I hope you have a good module. As usual, my office hours are on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:30 to 4:30, those being online office hours, which I will be available to answer any emails immediately from during that time. Otherwise, feel free to email me anytime and expect a max of a 24-hour turnaround. I will be posting um, Module 3's introduction video soon. So if you'd like to get ahead and go ahead and watch that, you can. But focus on Module 2 for now, and I hope you have a good module.